Welcome you all. Students, we are discussing about types of reporting, and we discussed about speech reporting, religious reporting, environmental reporting, education and research reporting, political reporting and general reporting. Now we are going to talk about cultural reporting. Cultural reporting requires a reporter to cover not only individual artists, craftsmen, but also to cover different cultural organizations, cultural events, institutions, and other events by upholding public interest. For this, he or she has to dig out how many cultural organizations set up exist in the city. The cultural reporter is actually a culture promoter. The reporter has a great responsibility to stimulate interest and participation in various cultural functions. Remember, there is a trend, and cultural reporter must be aware about that colleges and universities organize annual festival. He or she must be aware about that also, that which college, which university is organizing what kind of festival. He or she has to get ideas, opinions and news about culture from different materials available on net, library or any other resource. When actually covering culture, it is preferable to visit the scene of the cultural activity personally. Familiarity with cultural heritage and history is a special qualification of cultural reporter. She must be conscious about manipulation by the artist. The cultural news story writing style and context must be based on information, entertainment and of general public interest. Music world, cinema, theatre, television, literature, fairs have great newsworthy material of public interest. Next comes sports reporting. Sports reporting field is broad and interesting enough to challenge the finest talent. The sports coverage remains the lifeblood of most sports bulletins. More opinions and news analysis appear on these pages. Sports reporters are read mostly due to their content and style. Sports reporters should take into account all the compulsory elements of the sports news item while reporting a news event. Sports reporting requires qualities of background knowledge and judgment, critical evaluation of sports besides sound general knowledge about games and their rules and regulation and different sporting event in the city, as well as a sport journalist also requires to travel frequently. He must be unbiased while reporting about his country. The quality of sports stories depends on the quality of its reporting. The sports reporter who, among other things, knows the players well, the strategy they use during game, key incidents, crowd behavior, and the game which she is covering is able to report an interesting story. But while shooting a sports story or reporting for a sports story, its advanced story, the reporter must follow the regular news writing and reporting principle in building the story and other requirements of sports coverage. From straight news reporting through all degrees of interpretation and feature writing and editorialized column. A sports event may be treated in any one of these degrees or in all of them combined. For an important sports event, an advanced story, a straight story, a background prediction, and a prediction story, and a follow-up type of story may be used. That is how you do sports reporting. We talked about in this segment about culture reporting and sports reporting. In next segment, we will discuss about parliament reporting and courtroom reporting. Thank you for being with me. Thanks.